we got a video here today of something a little interesting. I've seen these on the marketplace just for a short time, and I like what they've done here. Now there's been other manufacturers who have accomplished this, but this is the first time I've seen Klein go ahead and they call it a Flickblade, utility knife, and scraper all in one. And basically what you get here is a regular utility knife on one end, but then you also get a scraper blade action on the other end. And Komelon's got one as well. This is their version, but it has a rotating head. And well, let's take a look at it. We're going to jump into this video, take a look at the differences between these. We'll go through them one by one, and then we'll kind of show you a little bit of in-use practice of why it might be advantageous to have either one or maybe one over the other, because they both implement a different style of making the scraper function work along with utility. All right, let's take a look at it. And this is their UDS-N6 folding knife and scraper. As you can see here in this illustration, the idea is in one position you have the folding knife, and then the other position you have the scraper. So you don't have to switch around from side to side. It's all on the same end. They have a safety lock button here on the side as well. Adjustable locking position. Looks like you lock it at 90 and 45, as well as a full 180 degrees. And then it has some blade storage. We'll check that out. Overall length from head to tail is going to be 19 millimeters, and they do offer 3 extra blades. Here's how the rotation works between the two positions, utility and the scraper. We'll go through this, and then you're able to remove and replace the blade with this thumb action. We'll take a look at that as well. And then here's the storage. Now, Komelon. This was made in China, and I believe Komelon's always been a Korean company, although they've been traded several times. But a lot of you guys have seen this name a lot over the years, and Komelon has a pretty good reputation. So I'm looking forward to see how this looks. All right, so we have it here in hand. She's a little bit beefy for sure. Just have a pocket clip, folds with the blade down. So a thumb lock here. It does have a lot of heft when you flick it. So it feels much like the Milwaukee's, although there's just much more weight on the end of that as it flicks open. And you could also lock it as it goes into that 45 degree and in that 90 degree. So this should be nice. Maybe you're doing some drywall cutting and you just want to go in there and cut at it. That might be nice. And then 45, I think this would be advantageous for you guys that maybe do some carpet work. Right? Or maybe some tile work too. If you're going in and you need to cut and hold and pull at an angle, that would work out actually quite nice. Now the body is going to be, that feels like a cast aluminum in there. Look there, you can see your detents for all 3 positions. So they're full detents as you lock them in. This is going to be plastic. The yellow piece here kind of feels like ABS. We'll go ahead and close it, let you guys see what it is closed. A little bulky on the tail end here. So a little squeeze there allows you to open that up. Look inside. And there are going to be some blades. I don't know, these are interesting. These have some cutouts here. I wonder if these are going to be special only to Komelon. So those might be proprietary, guys. We'll double check. We'll find out as we pop it open. But yeah, you can store the blade inside there. All right, let's crack this open again. Now this function, I think, is what allows you to rotate it. Yeah, so you take it and you rotate it with your finger until you get to the position that you like. Now the head has a little bit of wobble in it, but that's actually nice. I mean, it's not too bad as far as the wobble. The idea of it is nice because you could take it and start scraping on whatever it is you need to scrape. And ideally, wood's not the thing that you're going to use it on. I think for scraping, each industry is going to do its own. For me, I tend to use scrapers a lot for head gaskets. Head gasket cleaning, removal, even other gaskets as well. But head gaskets, this is a great way to do it. Scrape this way. Or stay on your windows. If you're cleaning off anything that might have spilled, overspray, or if you got window tint you're trying to take off, this works as well to scrape up underneath. It's not a bad design. I actually kind of like it. It's not super It doesn't scream quality per se. Let's check out the blade. I think you push to the side. Ah, yes. It comes out. So I'm betting this is a proprietary blade. Let's just try this guy inside here and see if he holds together or not. No. He won't. And that makes sense too, because I think it needs this to hold it in place from falling out. Yeah. It needs it to hold it in, otherwise it just falls out the front. And I get that, because there's nothing on the front side of the blade giving it any retention. It has to use that system. Not bad. Really easy to switch between the two. And stays together nice. Let's do overall width on it for you guys. So frame overall up here is 17.75. And then if you want to know how wide this gets to, 9.27 there. And then the width down here is 4.8 millimeters. .5 that measurement. And 3611. So definitely a little bit on the bulky side, but I mean, if you're a tradesman, this is actually not that bad for bulky. I think this would be perfectly fine. That does stick up a little bit right there, although once it's locked, it stays locked. This isn't going to open up. So the push button lock is nice. It's fancy. It's quick and easy. I like it. I think it's a good setup. And pricing for this one is, I'll give you guys a link to Amazon down below, but it's $20 or sub $20. I think it's like 19 bucks. So good price. And yeah, I think it's priced attractively well for that price point. Almost a deep carry, but yeah, nice long and decent spring to it. All right, next up, we'll check out our Klein tools. And we'll run through here too, let you guys read it real quick. Part number is 44306. It is their Flickblade utility knife scraper with blade storage. So it's a 2-in-1. And they go 180 to 135 degrees, so it doesn't have the 90. So it's got 3 blades included, much the same as the Komelon. And that's your scraper side on there. High carbon blades, that's good, I guess. Quick release button, we'll check that out. Smooth open and close action, we'll check that out as well. Storage compartment that pulls out, which is nice, a little convenient. And durable cast aluminum, so much the same as that, cast aluminum. Looks like it's got a little safety cover for the 2-in-1. And again, made in China. So let's get this open. Alright guys, here she is. Nice little orange paint to this cast aluminum. The head here looks much like a lot of the traditional fastback. Well, that's very smooth, even smoother than the Komelon. Just hope that doesn't smack anything when it goes down in there. So you have your little paracord or seatbelt cutter position there. Blade out the front. So there's a stamped steel retention on the side here. Push button, I believe, release. Yeah, so that's a standard utility blade out the front. So that's nice. You can still use your standard blade. And then this is all plastic here. This should be your extra blade retention. So there's your second blade. I think it'll hold 2. And it definitely has a magnet in there. Oh, there it is. There's a magnet that holds the blades. Magnetic retention holds it in. We'll try this guy inside there. No. You only carry 1 extra blade. So 1 extra blade, which is probably fine for most people. We'll go ahead and close this back up. Close is really nice. Does it stay locked? Yes, the push button stays locked when it's closed. Here's the cover. This is, I believe, to allow the safety for the rotation of this. Oh, wow, that comes right out. That's a very quick function. Yeah, don't get your finger in the middle of that. That'll mess you up. And then when you close that, that looks like it locks it in place, so it can't go back. Okay. And when it's out, you can see it's a little bit offset, not perfectly straight on. Yeah, don't use with both blades open. I think that's a safe bet. Don't use it with both blades open. I'd like to put this part number on the side here in case you ever have any issues down the line. But yeah, that holds just fine on the end. I want to see if these are proprietary blade. I have a feeling that they don't. And if that's the truth, then that's a really good advantage that you're going to get. Oh, perfect. Standard blades on this one. So it uses that frame to hold it in place via this compression fitting. So no easy, quick release, but it will tightly hold your blade inside there via this compression fitting, and then it just mounts back into that housing. So that is a good trick setup there. Now, in the closed position, overall length is going to come in about 13 centimeters head to tail. So short, let's see, we can put them side by side so you guys can see. Closed, the Klein is going to be longer, substantially longer. Because the Komelon closed is going to be 11.5 centimeters in length. And then open, we already know this one's going to be 19 millimeters. And then opened this way on this one as well, just over 19 millimeters. 19.2 millimeters in overall length this way. You open it up even further, it'd be more, but you're not supposed to have both open at the same time, so I won't measure it fully open that way. Overall weight, the Komelon is heavier. Let's go ahead and weigh him. 186 grams versus 172 grams. So definitely more metal to this one as opposed to the Klein. Now you may have a preference of how heavy this is in your pockets, or maybe you wanted the extra weight, but for being smaller, this is definitely a denser tool. Now I wanted to show you guys just real quick, kind of what I typically use this stuff for. So let's say you have on the back of something, say it's a decal like this. These work great because you could evenly clean off the surface. This one doesn't have the best approach to it. This would be the better side, I think. You see how I just kind of clean that all off in one swipe? Gives you a nice, clean, and uniform. Just a nice uniform cut across whatever you're working on. Sometimes even too, you'll have a little bit of sticker residue left on something. You want to get it in one shot. Without having to do a ton of work. Using this will typically make quick work of that. So it works great for that. And then what I typically want to use it for is going to be head gaskets. Now this will usually be on the block or on the head side. This is just for demonstration purposes. But you'll run this along here, like say if it's on the head of your engine. You just slowly scrape off all those high spots where say gasket material, or say maybe you got a little bit of rust there. This is the best way to remove gasket material without adding additional debris to your engine, especially if you're just doing a head gasket job and you're not tearing apart the lower part. These work great. There's all different types of scraper like this, but this is a great one. And I wanted something that was easy to carry and throw in my toolbox or throw in my bag. And this fits the bill. Either one of these both will do it. I think it just comes down to price-wise. Well, before we hit price, let's just do a quick measurement on this one too, so everyone could see what the overall dimensions are. Okay, so overall depth, 38.34. That's how deep that's going to be, or how wide. And then Overall thickness, we're coming at 19.19. So still even thicker. I guess this is a little bit thicker on this far side of the handle. So we're pretty close in thickness. And then overall head, this keeps it nice and thin, 4.96 all the way through. As you remember, the Komelon gets a little bit fatter because it has that rotating bit here on the end, so it gets up to 9, almost 10 millimeters on thickness there. 28 on that overall. Now this one doesn't have a pocket clip. I'll say that's one downside to it. If you want to really carry this on you, you're going to have to throw this in your pocket and carry it that way. There's no real easy way to throw one on here either. Maybe you could get a little lucky and put something there, but yeah. That is a misstep, I think, on Klein's part. You cannot carry this in your pocket on a belt or on your pocket itself. It has to go in. Whereas Komelon nailed it with the clip on the side. Makes it super easy. It has more positions. But the only downside to this Komelon is the proprietary blades that have to go with it. So that's going to be my only gripe in the Komelon. It's heavier, you get more for your money. They're both going to come in at $19. $19 and some change, roughly. So great prices on both. This one feels a little bit better in the hand. It feels just a little bit better quality control, too. But I wish I had a clip on the side. And I do wish this is a little bit shorter. But, you know, if this is your hand, I mean, you're going to get a good amount of grip on this. That's not terrible. It is a little offset, too, with the blade. I wish it was a little bit straighter like this one. This one does a good job keeping it centered. So as you're working with it, you can even put pressure on the back to scrape. Whereas this one's going to be just a little bit off canter. It is a little bit more flatter, too, so you can probably get a little bit better. I mean, if you have to whack that, if you do like a rubber mallet, you could as well. So I think... Oh, it's tough, guys. They're both going to do a good job of what you need them to do. It's just going to come down to preference of what style you need or what extra attribute you need more. More compact, more bulky, better blade situation. You're stuck with Komelon, or maybe there's just several that make that. I did notice that this kind of seems to be like a generic style. I've seen several other manufacturers that I've never heard of. Out of China that make this as well, so you could probably use one of their blades as well. But I don't know how good their blades are. If you have a flavor of blade that you like the most, then you're not going to be able to use it in this because it's just not set up for it. So you're stuck with their blades, and whereas this one you get to get what you want. You can put it in there. So definitely advantageous for Klein. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Is there something else, one of these I've missed? Or is this something you guys would use? Tell me what application you guys think would work best in. I'd love to hear it, because these utility blade tools are becoming pretty dang popular, and I totally get why. They're nice. They do a lot in a small package. So tell me your guys' thoughts down below. Would you guys pick up one? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.